Hi, I'm R.W. Gural, and I'd like to welcome you to R.W. Speaks, an ongoing series which offers information, insight, and inspiration in addition to what is found at the Successful in Finding Love.co website. As you can see, the title for this video is 853. Looking at it, it resembles something that you would see on a box of plant food or a bag of fertilizer. Fertilizer. That's probably a good word that you may want to keep in mind for this video. This video is going to deal with the topic of using singles and dating websites as a means of finding someone to have a relationship with. Doing research was part of the process required while writing the manuscript for Rolling the Dice, a different approach to finding a fulfilling relationship. I'm talking about that book right there. Dealing with the topic of using the internet as a means to potentially meet someone to have a relationship with had to be covered, and I found myself having to explore that avenue. I'm going to give you insight into these sites. The information, the data I collected and compiled, and the insight I gained comes from a cross-section of 10 free and pay sites over a period of 3 years. What follows is a generalization of what you can expect to encounter if you choose to use websites. Your actual experience on a particular website could be different from the generalizations presented. The population in the area in which you live, your age, along with other factors could either dramatically improve the chances of meeting someone, or it could dramatically decrease the chances. It doesn't matter if you are female or male, young or old, what your skin color is, whether you are a university graduate or a high school dropout. Women and men today do have the option of going online to search for a relationship partner. Although the operators of singles and dating websites in their marketing efforts play to your heart, in the real world, your brain should maybe seriously be challenging those efforts. When it comes to websites, there are positives, such as the people on the site are looking for a relationship. It is easier to find people that have the same interests and the lifestyle as you do. Potentially, you'll meet people that you would normally not come in contact with. There's a level of safety. Site operators are concerned for your well-being and success. There are also negatives, such as the financial cost to join, subscribe, or purchase services. People on the site may be in a relationship already. Scammers, people who are judgmental, temperamental, or have mental health issues. Like I've said in previous episodes, you need to get real numbers for the real world. Websites will state that they have a lot or a large number of members, but let us use the word profiles. And at the end of this video, you will understand why the word profiles is a better choice than members. What makes a good profile? A good profile will contain the following. 1, a minimum of 1 decent profile photo. And when I use the word decent, it means that the image is current, no more than 3 years old. It's clear, not small, not grainy or out of focus. No sunglasses or oversized hats covering the face or other obstructions. There are no other people in the image, and a person does not appear as a speck in front of some large landscape background. And 2, a reasonable amount of meaningful written content. What makes a bad profile? Oh, let me count the ways. Poor quality images, small, grainy, out of focus, dated photos and extremely dated photos, unflattering pictures, selfies, too many photos, no written content, bare bones minimum written content, an overwhelming use of "I'll tell you later" or "prefer not to say." When it comes to membership number claims by operators, in my opinion, these numbers are greatly overstated, even though the number of profiles on a website may be extremely large. Generally, this is what you can realistically expect on your average singles or dating website. The profiles, regardless of age range, will be 60-65% male, 35-40% female. Although I have seen websites where the percentage ratio has been as high as 80% male to 20% female. On free sites, only about 50% of the profiles will have a photograph. On pay sites, that number is around 60-65% and could be as high as 80%. Profiles that do have photos, regardless of whether the site is free or pay, and regardless of age range or by sex, 50% of the photos will be either dated, poor in quality, group shots, unflattering, or irrelevant. Regardless of whether the site is free or pay, and regardless of age range or by sex, 50-60% of the profiles will have either absolute minimum or no meaningful written content. And regardless of whether the site is free or pay, and regardless of age range or by sex, 50% of the profiles will have been inactive for 12 months or longer. In real-world terms, these are abandoned profiles. Women and men have consciously decided to leave for whatever reasons. Every operator of a website uses the same phrase, join for free. And unless you join, normally you can't get access to those tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of profiles. So after you join for free and maybe subscribe for service, you then actually get to sort through all those profiles, which in reality may or may not be a lot. It doesn't take me long to sort through a website's profiles to determine what the makeup of that site is. And it wouldn't take the average person long to do the same thing. Which leads us back to the title of this episode, 853. If you were wondering if there was a rule of thumb for singles and dating websites, this is what I've concluded. For every 100 members that website publicly claims they have, only 8 of those member profiles are going to contain a current decent profile photo, will have a reasonable amount of meaningful written content, and the profile will have been active within the last 12 months. Of those 8 profiles, 5 will be men and 3 will be women. These are the website members who are genuinely serious about trying to meet someone. One final thing. It takes only about 45 to 90 days for most people who join a website to exhaust their massive list of potential matches. So there you have it, 853. In my opinion, when it comes to membership numbers on single and dating websites, using the word fertilizer to sum up a site's real numbers may be appropriate. I strongly suspect a lot of people who have used websites may choose a word that is, shall we say, more colorful. I'm RW Gural, and remember, I want to help you be successful in finding love.